Hey, what's up? This is Phil, and I'm going to be talking about the GAN 11M Duo. Really quick video, I'm just going to get my information out there. This cube is $47, weighs 60 grams, it's really light, and it's pretty good because it's based on the GAN 11M Pro, and the GAN 11M Pro is really good. So, why am I making this video? I'm making this video for two reasons. Number one, people like to attack GAN for not being creative, and I think that argument is too simple. And if you make that argument, you better come up with something else, and I'll tell you what the other thing is. So then you can make the argument. So it's too simplistic to call GAN uncreative and just leave. Okay, if you do that, I don't think very much of you, because I think that's kind of a stupid comment to make. Okay, GAN made the GAN 11M Pro. You try engineering a cube like that and get back to me, right? Like, people that are keyboard warriors that are going, oh yeah, it's not creative, it's the same thing. Like, dude, chill out, okay? I think what the problem is not so much the lack of creativity, which GAN admits. They're openly admitting that it is not supposed to be something entirely new. It is supposed to be in the same generation and provide a different value proposition to different markets. You know, maybe you don't want to buy something so expensive, so you can get something cheaper and simpler. Maybe that's the answer to that. But here's the problem. Perhaps the problem is that some of the products are named in a way that suggests on first impression that they're unique and that are different. Example, GAN Air M. What is the GAN Air M? Eventually we found out, okay, it's the GAN XS, except with fewer magnet adjustment systems. In fact, it had no magnet adjustment systems. So it's based on the XS, and GAN confirmed, yes, it's like part of the same generation, so it's going to feel very similar. But what about the name suggests they are similar, right? Very little, almost nothing. So what that means is the customer has to go through their own independent mental process to determine that the products are actually substantially similar. And of course, stores writing product descriptions saying, oh yeah, this is like the same generation. Content creators saying, hey look, this is a good cube, but it's the same thing or it's similar. It creates a lot of burden on other people to explain that the cubes are similar. And I can see a person who somehow didn't have access to that or saw one of the promotional materials like the sneak peeks. I can see them thinking, okay, this could be different. This is new. It's exciting. When it in fact is, I mean, it's exciting, but it's not super creative, right? The point is not to be creative. I just think that there perhaps were ways for them to market the product that is more value driven, because that's what it is, right? It is there to serve the people who want the GAN XS experience without paying a GAN XS price. Same thing with the Duo. People want to feel what it's like to cube on a GAN 11M Pro without paying 65 big ones. So they're like, okay, let me hit up the GAN 11M Duo for $18 less. Okay, this cube is $47 on most stores because that's the MSRP. We follow MSRPs. So that's the thing. Maybe the marketing needs to be more value driven and say you can experience world-class performance for less. Maybe that needs to happen. That, or they name their product something that makes sense, right? And that it's like intuitively suggests, oh, it's like part of the same generation. They do that all the time. Like they have product lines like the Pyraminx, for example. They have Standard, Explorer, and Enhanced. It's based on the same mechanism, so the piece geometry is the same, except there are different combinations of features and small details that are distinct. And so you know that it's the same thing, but it's different. That makes sense, right? Yes. So they're fully capable of doing that. I think partly it's brand protection. Like they want to keep the GAN 11M Pro as the GAN 11M Pro so that you can associate the Pro with the quality and so on and so forth. So I can see the reason behind it. But also it just creates some burden for the content creators to say, okay, the Duo is like the same thing, but cheaper. Make sense? Okay, so next time you see someone say GAN is not creative for releasing this cube, maybe you'll think differently. I think people who just make that statement alone without any qualifications or anything explaining their position, I don't think they understand how difficult it is to make a speed cube. And I think those people are a little bit short-sighted and self-centered. Just chill. I think I said that already. Okay. So, second point. The second point is, what will this simplification... Ooh, I pronounced that wrong. What will the simplification of GAN's flagships do in the long term to the company's sales and the company's reputation and so on and so forth? So it goes both ways, okay? The good one is, hey, look, GAN, after releasing the product, they're releasing a second version that is simpler and cheaper, thereby giving people more access to puzzles. Respectable. That's cool. I like it. Right? If you want the full features, go buy the 11M Pro. If you don't care for the full features, there's a pared down version that you can get for cheaper, win-win situation. Okay? The worst case scenario, or one of the worst case scenarios, is, oh look, they're done making money off of the people who paid full price because they thought there was no other option. Now they're releasing something cheaper and they're gonna milk more money out of this thing, and it's not creative. Okay, that's a really cynical view. What I'm most interested in is not that. I'm most interested in what people will think about future GAN flagship releases. Remember, GAN's done this twice. Number one, they released the XS, and then they simplified the XS to the Air M. Number two, they released the GAN 11M Pro, and they simplified that to the GAN 11M Duo. So, I don't know what the next GAN cube will be. Let's call it the GAN 12. Okay? The GAN 12 has some combination of features. Let's say it has an interchangeable thing that makes it a smart cube. And you can take it out and make it a not smart cube. So it's a convertible smart cube. What will the product 6 months from now be? What will it look like in 6 months? And should I buy it now? Or should I just sit and do nothing and wait for it to be cheaper and then buy it in 6 months? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if this cube will exist, but it's hypothetical, okay? The GAN 12. How will GAN simplify, or will it simplify its next flagship? And if so, and if people in the market detect this and suspect it, how will it impact performance of the puzzle on first sale in the market? That's the question that I'm answering, because certainly GAN has developed a pattern for simplifying their flagships. So will it continue? Who knows? All very interesting questions. So that's what goes through my head when I see the GAN 11M Duo. And I'm a lover of stuff. I like stuff. If there is something that exists on the market that's a polished product that people can buy, I'm all for it. So personally, I support products existing. And so now that this exists, I'm happy. It's not a bad cube at all, because it's a GAN 11M Pro. That's not a bad cube. The timing is a little interesting because they wait for 6 months. Maybe the effect will be different if they wait for a longer time or a shorter time. Who knows? But I generally like it when there's more stuff for the community to consume. And then people can kind of pick what they want and what they don't want. Options equals good. Okay? So that's yeah, pretty much it. That's what goes through my head when I see this cube. And maybe it'll go through your head too. So yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, we will see what GAN does in the future. Honestly, I don't think this realization will penetrate the market all too much. I think most people just don't care about what I think. They just want the cube. Maybe this video was pointless. Oh no.